Hello, hi everyone. In this video I would like to show you how to create a trend report. So I would like to create a trend report for all the users created from a certain date. For example, from 2004 to today. I would like to see how many users were created in 2004 and then 2005, 2006, so on until 2019, for example. How many users were created and where they are from. So I'm using the word users, but it can be the employees of your organization that you would like to have an overview, how many employees that you have over the last 10 years, for example, how there was a peak or not. You had a peak because there was some changes in your organization. So you can have some sort of insight if you have this report. So let's create the report. The first thing what you have to do is to type on the filter navigator reports, and you will have the application reports, and under this application you have few modules, create new and view run. Those are the modules that we are interested in. The create new is going to allow us to create our report. The view run, once you have created a report, you can click on that module, look for the report you have created, and then run it whenever you want. So the first thing what we have to do is to create our report, right? So I click on create new. I will have this page totally empty, no information, and only the data part here is active. As you can see here, type, configure, style is grayed out, but no worries. This will be active once we filled all the information that we need in these fields. So the first thing, we are going to give an appropriate name for our report, as I did pretty much twice time, so I know what the name I'm going to give is going to be evolution of users by country. And then you have the source type, and you have three different choices: data source, table, external import. Data source is basically that something that you can create within ServiceNow. A report that you create, it can be a data source. If I want to go on this, it will be a separate topic and it will take much more time. So it won't be this time I'm going to do that. So I'm going to work on the specific table here, the user table. So my choice will be table. And you have also external import, which means you can import a file in case it can be a Excel file with a specific format. So that one also we are not going to do that right now. What we are going to choose is the table choice, and here I'm going to look for users. So here we have, so this is the table. So as you can see now, type and configure become active, and I can click on next in order to see the results. So I'm going to click on next. So as you can see here, the report we have, but is in the list form. We don't have any chart. What I want is to visualize them in a form of chart. So we have different type of charts: bars, pies, donuts, time series, multidimensional, reports, so on. So in our case, I want to see a trend, which means it's a time series. So we have to go to time series, and you have different options. So the one I prefer is this one, Spyline. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly. So Spyline, something like this. So you click on that and you click next. So basically you chose what type of chart you want to choose, what you want to use, and that's it. You have the result. And you have here all the evolution of the users, but it's not yet by country. It's just the evolution of the user, and you can see here in 2012 there is a peak. There is a lot of users created at this time. So this data is coming from the existing users in the instance here, but in your organization you will have a lot of different changes going on, and depending on that you can have a various type of chart. So you can have an insight once you have created your report. So you will actually know why I had a peak here, why I didn't have a peak here, this kind of thing. So the next thing is is a trend, right? So we have here trend by, and we can choose what is the time sequence we want per year. You can actually go for month, day, week, and so on. In my case here, I don't want to go for other options. It's going to be year, and it's going to be created. So the created user but per year, and it's going to count. The function that we're going to use is the count function. And here, that's group by. That's where we are going to say, hey, I want to have this information, but I want to be grouped by location, where they are from. That's kind of interesting for me to see where they are from. All the users. So all you need to do is just scroll down to look for location. You click on this icon, and then you click on country, and then click on next. Now we have pretty much a different report, because now we have all the countries like Australia, Brazil, China, Colombia, France, Czech Republic, Germany, and you have the evolution for each country by countries for users. But the graph is pretty much, the chart is pretty much small, and you do not have that much option here. Like, it's already large. If you put medium and small, it's going to be much more smaller. But you do have custom chart size. If you click on that, you can change the size. You can put, for example, here I'm going to double the size. It's going to be 1200 pixel. I'm going to put here 700. Let's see what it's going to do for us. So as you can see here, it become much more bigger. I have only on one single line all the countries, and I can see the evolution by countries. I had a peak for US 99 users, for Germany 86, United Kingdom 83, and China 26, and Japan 44, Italy, and so on, Brazil 17, and Mexico 10. So we had a peak. Probably at this time some sort of change happened in the organization. That's why we had so many users from different locations. So the next thing what you have to do, you need to save this report. You want to come back to this report, view it later. Probably you're gonna have more changes later, so you're gonna have it will be, you can see later, you can view the report later, because it will be updated automatically. So here we have 2021, just because there are some users created in this instance for the date 2021. That's the reason. Otherwise you should stop at 2019 if the user were created properly on the right date. So now what we need to do is just save it. So it's saved. I'm gonna as well publish it. Great. So I have the report created and published. So now I want to see this report. So let's say I'm not anymore there. So I'm going to click here. I want to see the report again. So the way you do it, so you go, I'm going back to my preference and view run, as I mentioned before, and I'm going to look for the report I have created. So I type evolution, it should come up. So I should take this one. Okay, click on all, evolution users by country. So I have it here. You can as well put it as a preference, so you can come back later and view it very quickly. So if I go back and come back here, go for all, look for the, click on the start button, so I have the report directly. So I can click on that. Now I have immediately the report that I have created. So that's how you can create a trend report. If you would like to have more information how to create this report, you can as well consult the product documentation in ServiceNow. You have an article, pretty good, create a trend report in the report designer. So you have the explanation here for each part that we have seen right now. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, bye.